Hey guys! Welcome to Appalachia's Homestead. I am on day 29 of the food storage challenge, and I'm preparing my Dutch oven and my breads and things for tonight's dinner. This was the one I used the other night, and my leftovers, some of my children didn't get to, so I put it in the fridge. And they have finished it off, and scraps went to the chickens. That delicious meatloaf, you have got to make that. So what I'm doing is I'm scrubbing this and cleaning it and getting it prepped to use later. And I want you to see, let me drain some of the water out. I mean, this had bacon in it, everything in it. So I wanted to show you this again. I am giving one of these away on the last day of this challenge. It's coming in my care package. Guys, I am using this thing like no other. It's the chainmail scrubber. I'm going to put a link in the description about it again because, folks, I'm telling you, this thing has met... I have been using this thing all month, daily, multiple times a day. Look how well it's still holding up. And it has cleaned every bit of my cast iron. Some things have to be scrub-a-dub-dubbed a little bit more in the tub because of what you've done with it or what you've made, okay? But I want to tell you, for like less than 10 bucks, the last time I saw it on the link there at Amazon, I have not seen anything else in this big for that amount of money anywhere. I told you I went down to Lodge. They do have some of these. They don't actually make them themselves. They buy it from someone else and resell it. They were $19.99 at the Lodge, at Lodge, and it was actually a smaller deal. Now, if that's all you ever knew, that's fine and dandy, but I'm going to tell you, Miss Homestead Lady totally directed us to this, and she doesn't fail you guys because she uses this stuff. You've seen her cast iron lined all the way up above your head when you go in her cabin, okay? So, really good here. Just want to show you what we were doing. I'm going to try a new recipe tonight and try it out and see if it works. Let's pray on it. We're entering into the last 2 and 3 days of the challenge. So, I'm just taking you along for the reality of what you have to do here. This is just warm water. I don't have any soap in here. Some folks like to use soap. Y'all do what you want to do. Okay? I am okay if you, from time to time, if you choose to use a little bit of soap. Some people do, some people don't. All right, wanted to show you the chainmail scrubber one more time, get the video rolling for today. I'm going to go pick up my minivan. It had to have a bunch of work done on it. Again, when you drive a 13, 14-year-old minivan, the reality is you have to have work done on it. The reality is you got to pay for it. So I got to go pick that up because Mama needs her van. I love my minivan. Woo. So anyway, and then when we get back, we're going to do some chores and we're going to get the fire going and get a really good dinner going, and I've got bread. So several things are going to be going around today, and we'll take you along for the journey. We're almost to the end. Can you believe it? It's almost Labor Day. Unbelievable. All right, catch you on the flip this afternoon. Just wanted to show this again because it's awesome. Talk to you this evening. All right, guys, we are back on the homestead. Mama got her minivan back. All right. This is what we're doing. I know. It's that moment you're watching this video and you go, that girl ain't right. Bubba, come in here and watch this. Is she okay? Okay. Okay, time for dinner. And I'm majorly multitasking right now, big time. So this is another moment of it's really helped me that I have things pre-planned, pre-made, and prepped. Not just because of the dinner that's going on outside, but because we have to separate the cows. I'm trying to get more videos loaded up for you guys. I have a magazine article again I'm writing. It's just crazy. So, come on in. I got kids running in and out of the house. That's okay. All right, this is what I'm going to make. This is that Lodge cast iron. I'll show you the front in just a minute. This is the Dutch oven book I showed you in the last video, a couple videos ago. Love it. I am going to try Dutch oven lasagna, okay? And let me tell you how I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it a little bit different because I'm not cheating here. In fact, I'm outside about to make my cheese. I'm going to try out making some quick cheese. I have some provolone cheese that I thawed out since we moved it out of the freezers for the pork, our pork run. But I don't want that for this lasagna. That's weird. Maybe I could do it. I don't know. But anyway, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my own ground beef that's been canned so I don't have to cook up anything. I'm telling you guys, this is so convenient. You just want to heat it, let it roll with the heat, like rolling in the deep, doing a little Adele there, whatever. And then I've got my own, guys, let's talk about the homemade marinara. Do we need to discuss this awesomeness? No, you need to know how to watch the crock pot video on cooking them tomatoes down and making your own marinara. If you've never thought about loving me, you will only love me for this, and that's okay. I can accept that. But it's worth putting it in your pantry. So, in fact, we just canned that. I need to get the ring off. Well, I'm using it, so it doesn't matter. I'm going to add some canned mushrooms, organic mushrooms. I get these at Costco. It's a great deal. I keep a bunch on hand because I use them like wildfire. But we've got lasagna noodles. Pasta keeps real good, guys. This is... lasagna noodles, the expiration date on this, if I remember correctly, looking earlier, was 2019. So you got good storage just in the box there. Good to keep that on hand. Now, if I look at this recipe, which you've probably already been seeing as I've been jibber-jabbering, it talks about different cheeses. I am going to only go with my own homemade cheese. When I make homemade lasagna, I don't use ricotta cheese. My mother never did that either. I always grew up with Philly cheese. Now, I'm using this Philly cheese from Trader Joe's because it did come out of my freezer. It's from 2014, if you don't believe me. Because, you know, there's always somebody that will say, now, she could have cheated on that. She might not have done what she said. I don't have anything else to worry about, so I'm going to say that. So let me show you. Right there, November 1st, 2014. Holy moly. So, I slapped him out of the freezer a couple of days ago when we got our pork in. So, I need to use this, okay? So this worked out really, really good. I've also got bread going over here. I just did one single loaf of the crusty bread, the artesian. If we really want to be tutti frutti, we'll call it artesian, okay? But we just call it crusty bread and go on with it. You've seen me make it. It's fantastic. A lot of times the recipes tell you, and I've even told you before, it is good when you can let it build for 8, 12. Some folks even let that thing go for 24 hours. It gives it more of a sourdough tasting effect. If I'm in a pinch and it's afternoon and I know I'm going to slap it in the Dutch oven later in the evening, if it's just 4, 5, 6 hours, it still rises real good and does a good job. It's so hot, we're going to be fine on that. So this is what I'm doing. We're going to put this all together. Did you see my expiration date on that again? She might be cheating. How do you know she's doing all these things? Well, she's showing you, right? You guys kill me. I'm just joking. Kind of. But anyway, all right, let's get this outside. Let's not burn it to learn it. Let's really have some fun with making the cheese. I'm going to try my own cheese on top, okay? Guys, I just loaded a video, and y'all are, like, blowing it up. It's so wonderful. Thank you so much. And by the way, don't forget about your spices. So I'm going to add some salt, and I'm not doing the Parmesan. You know, we have this whole cheese situation going on. I've got a pizza topper that the sticker's coming off from the Country Cupboard up in Crossville, and I love this stuff. If you go in there, buy 5 of those, because I'm telling you, you're going to be flipping this stuff on everything. It's so good. All right, got to get outside. I'm going to separate the cows, check on my cheese situation, and let's get it rocking. All right, guys, going to make cheese here. Got the raw milk going, heating it up really good, and I'm going to add vinegar. Okay, I'm going to add some white vinegar in there, and you'll see it start to separate again, like you've seen on several videos, and you'll have the cheese separate from the whey. It's a good win-win for everybody, so let me get that going. That's good. Ooh, it's hot. Ooh, gonna burn my hands off. See that? You add the vinegar. I'm talking loud because I don't know if you can hear me. And the cheese starts to separate, and this is very hot, very hot. All right, not complicated, just the beauty of having a dairy cow. All right, guys, there's the final product. So I'm gonna take her in and strain it and really get out all the whey, and then we'll decide if we're gonna make bread again with the whey or give it to the chickens or whatever you wanna do with it. There's lots of options with that. So, again, making cheese. Okay, guys, so here's the deal. The cheese is inside and prepped and ready. We're running, okay? And I've already put the bread on. And you're really gonna have to watch this, guys. I'm telling you, it almost burned. You know, it doesn't matter how many times you've done this. Every fire is different, okay? Your woods, your hardwoods, how you mix them and what you're doing, all of those elements completely change the game in terms of whether you're gonna burn it or learn it or not, okay? Sometimes it's beyond your control. You put something in there before, walked away for 2 minutes, you can see that's not a good little deal. Need a new thing, right? And the bottom is getting there. I mean, it overheated the Dutch oven. You want your Dutch oven around 450, okay? We overshot that, I'm pretty sure, so I had to pull it off real quick. So we're gonna get the meat going, pull it off. I like to cook it up first, and then we're gonna start putting together the lasagna, okay? But I wanna get my bread in a good, safe place. This is why I do my breads first or separate, because it changes really, really quickly. So heads up on that. All right, guys, I'm gonna put this back on the fire a little bit, let it cook up. These are pre-cooked, you know, the meat is, but I like to always get it nice and heated in a separate deal before I put it in here for the lasagna. That makes sense, and I'm gonna put the marinara in there with it. The bread's finishing up over here. Got a little crispy on the bottom where the parchment paper was, but we're good to go on that. That's okay. And we're gonna be using the Big Daddy Dutch oven tonight. Let's hope this works out. I've never done this before. This is a new recipe for me, but I was determined to try it. How you learn. All right, let's get cooking. All right, guys, so I've cooked up the ground beef with the mushrooms, and I just added my own, look at that. Ooh, look at that. Ooh. Marinara sauce, our own homemade marinara sauce. Be sure to check my video out on that. If you can roast your vegetables that you're seeing in mine prior to, not roasting it, but sauteing it outside with your onions, your peppers, and your garlic and whatnot in olive oil, it makes a huge difference in the taste of your marinara. Listen to Sister here. Sister's telling you. So I'm mixing this up. We're going to add a little bit of water if it'll hold it, and then we're going to start the layering, okay? Bread is done, and of course I'm a dodo bird. Can't show you at this second because I don't have a glove. So I'm going to slowly mix this in, okay? Just trying to pre-cook it a little bit, pre-mix it a little bit to have it ready. I hope this works out because I love lasagna. All right, guys, this is what we're doing. We've taken a layer of the sauce, added some water with it, and layered it on the bottom. Simply broke up some lasagna noodles, and that is my Philly cheese, not ricotta cheese. That's the stuff that's old from the freezer. And then we're going to do another layer just like this, and then we're going to top it with the sauce again. Okay, you want it watery so it cooks the noodles and doesn't burn. Let's keep our fingers crossed. Here we go, another layer. All right, guys, there is my own homemade cheese that you saw at the first of this video. I'm grating it to top off the lasagna. Really dried it out with muslin, and we're going to get it going. It's starting to grate really good. I'm really proud of it, so let's get her going. All right, guys, we're going to put the lid right on top with 16 coals. We're going to say a prayer, hope we don't burn it to learn it, and have a delicious Appalachian Italian lasagna night. How about that? All from food storage, and all from what has to come out of the freezer. Ain't so shabby. Let's go. That's our homemade cheese, by the way, right on top. You're seeing there. So, all right, let's get her rocking. All right, guys, this is that book I was talking about. I'll put a link in it for you. All Dutch Oven Guide, your field guide to Dutch oven cooking. The lasagna that you're seeing cooking right in here is on page 32. Remember in the other video when I was talking about Funky Town and roller skating in the early 80s? My husband's laughing. We're cooking the lasagna up, and we thought we'd get a little Funky Town out here with our disco cow. You gotta love that. You gotta love it. All right, we took off the psychedelic effect and added some light so you could actually see what in the heck is going on there. Oh, bless it. Are you seeing this masterpiece right here? I hope so. The directions say that when the noodles start curling up and softening, that it's most likely ready. They tell you about 45 minutes. We've been a little over 30. So again, you need to kind of check it out because it's according to your fire, your setting, all of these things. And we're going to pull this off. This looks very ready. The bread is ready. We are, oh my word. I got to get a picture of this. This may be a framer. This is one of my favorite meals. Is it not yours? And it's all homemade, homegrown, all in food storage, straight here from the farm. You guys can do this. This is so crazy, simple, stupid. Ah, you gotta love it. Look at that cheese. Miss Belle, we love you. All right, guys, this is what she looks like. We just brought her in off of the fire. Again, it recommended around 45 minutes, but I'm thinking mine was about 30 to 35, okay? That is what she looks like. I can't even tell you what this smells like. It is heaven. I have got all my men. You hearing the doors are slamming because they're like, give me a piece. We got to eat. We love it. So I'm going to cut this and I'm going to show you a slice of the bread. Very super excited over this one. Guys, you can do it, I promise. All right, guys, this is what we're looking like. I think the bread could have cooked just maybe 5 more minutes. I mean, we're going with it. We're so pleased with the lasagna. Who cares, right? We know how to cook bread. But it turned out really good. It's not burned, and we are going for it. I want you to look at that lasagna. I said it for the 10th time. I wish you could smell it. Again, if you've never made lasagna with Philly cheese, you might want to consider switching it up just a hair. Because I'm telling you, it's the bomb. And like I was like, what am I going to do with that Philly cheese? And I mean, it just sort of whipped up in my mind. And our homemade cheese has done wonderful. So thank you so much for watching tonight. Guys, tomorrow is day 30. And then the one after that, woo-wee, we got some giveaway time. Oh my. Thank you so much for coming along with us on the journey. We're going to have a video talking about what all we've learned because I'm telling you, it's a lot to discuss, more so than you've already heard, okay? We will talk to you about that soon. Be looking for that video. Check us out on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and like, subscribe, and comment. And we're at an Italian homestead tonight, guys. Y'all have a great night. Ciao.